To some people, the house at number 3 Pickstock Street may seem completely ordinary, a simple construction of wood and metal. But to those who know the history, it is the heart of the anti-colonial movement in Belize. It is the birthplace of Belize's first Prime Minister, George Cadle Price, and now it is being transformed into a beacon of public education.
I think that's it's important for us as Belizeans to really have a true appreciation of our history and what George Price has done for us. And I know we refer to him as the father of the nation, but it's more than just saying it, but seeing it and understanding the whole history. And we felt that that NICH and certainly Minister Fonseca felt that it would be important if we could somehow work with the Price family to preserve this building where Mr. Price grew up. And so the idea is to be able to preserve it, work with NICH, open it to the public so that could, especially our young people could see the humble beginnings of this great man, and to learn about his life and learn what he did, what he went through, how he lived, and what were his formative years like. And hoping that it could kind of have some kind of impression, especially in the lives of our young people. So to me, it's historic what we're doing today.
Inside the wooden walls, the People's Committee was formed around what is referred to as the Table of Revolution, initiating the colonies' first movement against the British colonies. The house is more than just Price's childhood home. It is where letters to the King of England and the United Nations advocating for Belize's self-determination were drafted.
This has been going on for some time. The Price family is a very private family, and it took some convincing to tell them that what we want to do is to preserve this. We believe this is a historic landmark, and hoping to try to keep the floor where Mr. Price lived pretty much the way it was when he was alive. I visited a number of occasions. It was very Spartan. I remember just a small round table. I'm told that is where they signed some of the agreements way back in the early 50s when they were working on the constitution for the PUP and even working on the flag and so many things. A lot of history is in that house.
The National Institute of Culture and History will guide the process of restoring the house into a digitally connected public classroom, an immersive learning space, while the yard is transformed into a botanical and sculptural garden. One of Price's family members, Mamie Martinez, spoke about the significance of the home to her family.
Having served on the board of directors of NICH, I know for sure that NICH is the right organization to be entrusted with this precious home of ours. And we have Aunt Betsy's blessing, who is still with us for guidance. We all have so many wonderful memories of this home and of our parents and aunts and uncles and the times we spent here.
The house has strong ties to the history of Belize, but the legacy of the Price family also lives on inside. Martinez recalls the fond memories of her childhood there.
This home was where I was told that my dad asked our grandmother Mamacita to save one of her daughters for him when he went off to serve in the Royal Air Force in World War II. There's a lot of history. I remember having wonderful Saturday afternoon visits with Uncle George, while Mom and Aunt Sue had tea and listened to classical music. There are so many stories.
The restoration of the home is about more than just the structure. It is a part of NICH's continued effort to use physical spaces and digital platforms for education. Prime Minister John Britney emphasized the importance of remembering the life George Price lived in its simplest form.
He had no computer, he had no TV, he had a shortwave radio and a small, simple bed. And so I'm told that they want to keep it the way it was so that then people can come and have an appreciation to see the kind of life that Mr. Price lived. He lived for Belize, and as he said, his family was Belize, his children were Belize, and everything that he did, He did it for love of the country, for love of people, and the little that he collected, he used to give it back to the people.
Britney Gordon for News 5.